Hello and welcome to Hunt Some Northern Lights with me. There was a major big northern light storm last night and let's see does it last to the evening as well. February 27th. After the last night's amazing show, I was again headed to hunt some lights. Before I left home, I ate a salad, and yes, some of it stuck to my teeth. I know, it is so horrible. But luckily, this is not some date night, or I am not some real TV person or something. Anyway, just bear with me, or look away, or change the channel. Well, at least this is as real as TV can get. Okay, back to the topic. So, the solar storm has been on for the whole day, and there should be nice possibilities to see some lights tonight also. The weather is not as good as in yesterday, and I chose a spot where should be only partly cloudy. Hello there and welcome to Spot Some Northern Lights with me again. I'm at the Moision Uimaranta, it is at Lohja, and the KP is 7, so there should be a really good opportunities to see some northern lights tonight. After the yesterday's CME, there was another CME that struck in daytime in Finland, and the KP has been like 7 and 6, and there has been really nice northern lights all over the world. But now when the evening came, the BC didn't drop that much anymore, and the density is a bit weak. The speed is very good, it's like 800 or something, but if the density don't go any higher, the moonlight will weaken the northern lights a bit, but let's hope that there is something in the sky tonight. Okay, now I have set up my cameras and there is a northern light bow in the sky and there is also some movement in the sky, but it is much dimmer than yesterday. But let's hope that the northern lights will come a bit more stronger, and I think it is because of the moonlight and because of the density isn't that high, so that's why the northern lights aren't that strong now than they were in yesterday. But anything can happen and let's wait and hope for the best. The flashing lights means that it was the end of some show, as there is usually disco lights after the northern light shows. So the flashing lights mean that there was some northern lights in the sky before, and when I came here it was the end of some northern light show. But there might be more to come. You never know. Here is my time-lapse camera taking pictures. I have now tried to take some other time-lapses than just the lake and the sky, because I think it would be nice to have something else in the picture also every now and then, not just the sky, but let's hope that the northern lights are also in the picture and not just these branches and stuff like that. There's nothing big happening. I have to like spend the time here. Yes, my favorite place here, the swing. Whee! Bit more better landing than last time. Yes. Okay. Whoa. Oh. No. Stay. Hold. Okay, there is the moon, and that is the one reason that the northern lights aren't that strong. And this is the one reason I cannot film any videos. This doesn't fit in my head. And I think my head has like a shrunken or something, because now it is all wobbly and stuff like this. Maybe I have to do something about this. But there is the moon. It isn't even a full moon, but it is very bright still. And if the density is weak, so that is the one thing that weakens the northern lights. Yes, the northern lights are getting bigger. It was just a surprise. One moment there was nothing, and then out of the blue it exploded all over the sky. And I have to take some photos, but yes, perfect. It might be that there is a northern light corona rising to the sky. I will have to tilt my camera all the way up again, and let's hope I can see the northern light corona. The bow rised straight above, just like in yesterday's show. And the northern light corona was also pretty dim. But it was still nice to see the light so high in southern Finland. Yes, perfect. I saw the northern light corona. It was straight above, and I took some pictures. Let's hope that I got some picture of the corona, but this has been an epic night. It first looked that there won't be anything much, but then out of the blue everything just exploded. So perfect. I'm so happy. It was a bit shame because there were two other photographers here, and they left just before the big explosion in the sky, and they thought there wouldn't be anything else than this dim northern lights that were in the evening. But then surprisingly it got so much stronger, so it's a bit shame that they left just before it happened. But honestly, I thought also that there wouldn't be anything bigger, only these dim northern lights that were in the evening. But it was so good luck now that the northern lights came even bigger tonight also. So 2 nights in a row and perfect northern lights. This has been really nice evening again. Yeah, I'm so happy, you might have guessed. Okay, now I think the show is over. There are also some clouds in the sky, but it has been really nice night, and let's hope that we can see some northern lights soon again. And thanks a lot for watching, and bye bye for now. It was time to head home, but it was so nice that there has been amazing northern lights 2 nights in a row. And hopefully there is even more to come in this spring. Photographing the Northern Lights Part 2. As I mentioned earlier, there aren't that many chances to test the camera settings during the Northern Light shows, especially in southern Finland. So I will show some differences in ISO settings and exposure times. It is easy to see the difference in example photos, and when you are in the field, you already know what you can try when hunting the lights. The pictures are not edited at all, and I think every picture would need to be edited more brighter. But they are just examples. The pictures have been taken during this show in Vihti, Nummela. ISO 1600 and 5 seconds exposure time. These were my guide settings to try at first, and in this situation it actually was the best. With a little editing in some photo app, this picture would be super, in my opinion. There is a bit blurriness since the lights were moving fast. ISO 1600 and 3.2 seconds. Very nice. Could be perhaps a little bit brighter though. Same situation, ISO 1600, 2.5 seconds. Little bit darker picture, but it is still very good. But the dimmer colors, like red from the top of the lights, are fading away a bit. But the moving lights look sharper and better than in 5 seconds exposure. ISO 1600 and 1.6 seconds and 1 second. These are now pretty dark pictures. The lights are probably also a bit more dimmer, but still it would be better to raise the ISO or the exposure time to get pictures brighter. ISO 1600 and 10 seconds. Great example how 10 seconds is too long with the fast-moving lights. It is very blurry picture. The lights are moving around and the sharpness disappears in the process. But remember that 10 seconds can be very good time if there is a dim northern light bow in the sky, for example. Here you can see the difference in amount of light. Notice how much brighter the landscape is in 10 seconds exposure time. ISO 800 and 5 seconds. The lights were so strong that it looks nice. ISO 800 and 2.5 seconds. Darker, but still okay. The colors on the top are much weaker. The 2.5 seconds and ISO 1600 was better. ISO 3200, 1.6 seconds. Here you can see how much lighter the ISO 3200 is, but it is leaving more noise to the picture. Zoomed in, you can see the amount of noise in different settings. In post-editing, there can be wonders that good photo editor could do. Unfortunately, I am so poor in photo editing of the northern lights, so I am not qualified to give you any great tips in it. Here are just examples what different popular tools do, just to you to understand what you can try to make a better result of your photos. And remember, these examples are way too much edited. just for example. One thing that can make a huge difference in the pictures is rising shadows. The landscapes tend to be super dark at night, and you cannot raise the ISO or the exposure time too much, because it will cause the northern lights to be overexposed. So the result is bright lights and dark environment. By raising the shadows, you can make overall brighter picture without ruining the lights in the sky. This is very raw example just to show what rising shadows will do. Clarity will make the picture, well, more clearer. I think a bit same effect will come by raising the contrast. Saturation is how you can boost the colors. This is also a risky thing to tamper, because it can go too far easily and the lights will turn out to look unnatural. This tool is probably the one that leaves a feeling that the lights are amazingly colorful and can make a disappointment when actually seeing the lights way more less colorful and bright. So be careful with this one. Vibrance will do a bit same thing that the saturation, but maybe in a little bit subtle way. If the pictures are too red or too warm, you can lower the temperature. Or too cold or blue, then you can raise the temperature. One thing that is really nice is noise reduction. While shooting in the dark, there will always be some noise in the pictures that doesn't look so nice. You can try to get rid of it with noise reduction. But be aware that this tool can also soften things and some of the stars can even disappear if this is used very much. But it is worth trying. Other things that you can try to adjust are exposure if the picture is too dark or too bright. Whites or blacks if you want them to be brighter or darker. By lowering the blacks, the stars can be a bit more brighter. Contrast and sharpening if you want more clearer picture. With color tools like tint, you can adjust the white balance. If there is snow, for example, it could be nice that it would be white, not blue, for example. With a dehaze, you can try to make a more dramatic look. And finally, you can use all of these together to make the picture to look the way you want. Some prefer very natural look, some very punchy and colorful. I think there is no right or wrong. It is just a matter of opinion. So make the pictures as you like. Also, it is good to keep in mind that if you use very much these effects, they can also cause some noise and weird things in the picture. So maybe the best way is to start by just adding a little amount of things.
What a special times we are witnessing now, and guess am I happy. Let's see what happens next.
March 11th. There hasn't been much predicted tonight, but the BC dropped that much that I could go and hunt some lights. I went to a new spot, Rusutjärvi in Tuusula. In Finland, we have this tradition to make a big fire in the celebrations of the midsummer. It is called Juhannus, and the fire is called Juhannuskokko. This place is called Kokkoranta, which means that there is some celebrations in the midsummer in here at Tuusula. And there is a big pile of woods here waiting for the summer. Hello there and welcome to Rusutjärvi. This is at Tuusula. I came here because the BC dropped like in -5 and it was -5 for a long time. So let's hope that we can see some northern lights tonight. There is this cool swimming pier in here. It is not a boat pier, but there is like stairs to the lake. And I think there would be a chance to go to swimming in the winter also, because in Finland we do this kind of things. We make a hole to the ice and we will go into the icy cold water. But I haven't done that, but some of the Finns will go swimming in the freezing cold water. There are pretty much light pollution in here, so it is not the darkest place. There is some lights there. And I think there is almost as much lights as in Espoo, like in Bottom Lake or something. So that is why this isn't a perfect place for seeing the northern lights. But there are pretty nice views to the north sky here. So if you are living in Tuusula or hanging around there or something, it is a good spot to go. And I like this pier here. So it is like nice place after all. And with this much moonlight, I think the light pollution isn't the problem, the moonlight is. So this was a nice evening to check a new spot for me. It is pretty freezing night. It is -12 degrees and it feels like -18. So it is pretty cold night now. And there is almost a full moon now. The full moon was like a couple of days ago, but now it is almost full moon. So that is always a one thing that will weaken the northern lights. But let's hope that we can see something tonight. My glove is like weird. My thumb looks not so perfect. It is not broken or anything, but it will go like wobbly. Now there is some mist in here, but not that much. I hope the mist won't cover all the sky.
It all started when I get my first camera and I saw my first northern lights. And after that I have been addicted to go outside in the freezing coldness to hunt some northern lights. I don't recommend this life for anyone because it is pretty weird.
Kaka! Kaka! Oh no, I think it's the Nessie again. Or some kind of sea monster. I think these tracks are bears' tracks. I have to be really careful again. Fly, my beauty, fly! That pile there, it's a kokko. It is a really big fire that will be set on mid-summer. It is like Finnish midsummer celebration, Juhannus. And it is pretty big pile of woods that will be lit in fire in the summer. So that would be like a spectacle to see. I can show you some samples of the juhannuskokko. Of the last summer in my vacation place, there was a pretty big juhannuskokko there also. I will put the light on, so maybe you will see it better. Let's see, can we see the kokko? There. See how big it is. That will be put on fire in the summer. So how cool is that? Look how frozen the tripod is. If the tripod is like some cheap plastic, it can easily break in this kind of coldness. But luckily this has been still a strong tripod, and let's hope that it will last in this coldness. And it is important that after the photographing, I think you should keep the camera in your bag for hours and let it warm like easily, because if you take it straight to the whoa, that was like the pier and the ice cracking. So I was telling you about that you shouldn't take a frozen camera straight into the in room temperature, because the moist will probably broke the camera somehow. You can Google it if you want to know exactly what will it do, but if the camera is frozen and then it will go warm too fast, it will break some stuff. So you shouldn't do that. I will always keep my camera in my bag, and my bag closed for like the night, and I won't open it, and then it has been okay, and my cameras have been okay even in these cold temperatures. They have lasted pretty well, the M series and the Olympus also. So you shouldn't have to be afraid of going to take some pictures in the coldness. That was my weird tip for tonight. The mist is actually pretty beautiful. The mist is actually pretty beautiful. It is on the lake, and there is not that much mist that it will cover everything, but there is this nice mist that is pretty beautiful in there. So I hope I will get some pictures of the northern lights and the mist, but let's see. I can try to show you the mist. It is over there. I don't know, can I film it with the video, but I can try to make the light a bit more stronger, and let's see, will you see the mist as well? Let's put the light all the way up. There! It is pretty beautiful, the mist right now, but it is getting stronger, and that is not that great, because now the mist is covering more and more the lake, so maybe it will block the northern lights as well. Mist and clouds, my two top favorite things. Yes, there is a northern light bow in the sky, but the lake is all covered with mist. It is behind the mist, but I can see that there is some green behind the mist. I hope that the mist will go away, but I don't know how the mist works. Does it like stay in the lake, or is it moving somewhere? I don't really know. But I think I don't have the time to travel anywhere else, so I will stick here for a moment and hope that the mist will go away. And let's see, can we see slightly the northern lights behind the mist. And it is now also promised that it is half cloudy in all of southern Finland. So even though if I drive in some different location, it is not certain that the sky is clear. So maybe I will stick with the mist and hope for the best. Yes, the mist did go away, and now there is a northern light bow in the sky, and there might be some beams in it also. It is not the strongest bow because of the moonlight and the density isn't that high and the speed isn't that high, but still I'm very pleased that the mist went away and I could see some northern lights. This is perfect. I have to go and see. I'm like all freezing now, but how happy can a guy be of the dimmest northern lights maybe that there is possible to see, but still something. And I was pretty sure that the mist would block everything, but now it just disappeared. Perfect. And there is a dim northern lights in the sky. Also perfect.
Actually, my favorite picture of that night was the one there was a lot of mist also. It gave the picture pretty unique feeling. It was like mystical and beautiful, kind of peaceful.
Okay, it is getting pretty late and my fingers are freezing and my toes are freezing, so I have to call it a day. But yes, some northern lights, not the biggest ones, but still something. And I'm so glad that the mist went away and didn't spoil everything this time. So that was really nice. So thank you for watching and bye-bye for now.
After all, it was a very nice evening, and it was nice to see a new spot that was good. I was also happy that I got to see the lights again this south, even though it was not the strongest show. It was also nice to remember the summer and Juhannus party. But luckily, there is still time to spot some lights before the summer. Vihtijärvi. The name Vihtijärvi is a name of a small village and also a name of the lake I am visiting.
Hello! Today I wanted to show you some really easy spot where you could see the northern lights. It is literally like 20 meters from the road. So, welcome to Vihtijärvi. This is as easy as it gets if you have a car. The parking spot is right beside the road and there is like 20 meters to the shore and there are amazing good views to the north sky here. So this is easy and perfect spot to hunt the northern lights. This place is about 50 kilometers from Helsinki, so not that far. It is like straight to the north almost, so it is always a good way to go if you are hunting the northern lights. Head to north. So this is a great spot. There are like just few lights in the horizon, but nothing major, so there is a very nice view to the north sky. And I don't think there is much light pollution in here, so it is very nice. There are pretty nice trees in here, so if you like to have like the silhouettes of the trees and the northern lights in the background, this is a good spot for that. Look, it looks beautiful already, and there aren't any lights in the sky. So look how close the road is to the lake. There is the lake. And there is the road. So it is very easy spot to come. So that is the end of my mini tour from Vihtijärvi. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Bye bye. If you are a professional photographer, you probably know this already, but I made this rookie mistake in the beginning of this series because I thought I got something in my display in my computer because there was some dirt in it. But it turns out that the dirt was actually in the sensor of the camera. I bought the camera used, so I didn't check that. So there was this stain in the most of the videos I took earlier. So it wasn't that great to figure out that I had shot many videos with a dirty sensor. So the sensor cleaning, it is not that expensive. It costs like 40 euros to do it, and it's a major difference. I can show you. Does it show? I will put the light out maybe. Like this. Let's see. There is the dirt in the sensor. And it is pretty bad, and after the cleaning it is gone. So if you are doing videos more, it is one thing to check every now and then. The camera also makes the sensor cleaning when you put it out, but it isn't always perfect. So it is worth checking this out every now and then. And it is best way to see if the sensor isn't clean. Shoot like to the sky and pan a bit. So you will definitely know if there is some dirt in the sensor.
of March. It was predicted KP5, and in the morning a CME arrived to the Earth. The BC dived in around -15 and the speed and density jumped up very fast. It happened early in the morning, but there was still hope that it would last in the evening as well. I headed to a new spot that I have been wanting to see for a long time. I went to Nurmijärvi, Sääksjärven Röykän uimapaikka.
Hello there and welcome to spot some northern lights with me again. I'm at Nurmijärvi and Röykän Uimaranta. This is at Sääksjärvi in Nurmijärvi, and it is a pretty nice place. I haven't been here ever before, but now I will check this place and let's see is it good for spotting the northern lights or not. There is pretty good predictions now. I left at home when the BC dived around -5, and when I got here it was diving even more. So now I'm in a bit hurry to put my cameras up before the show starts. There is some clouds in the sky. That is a bit shame because they are in the north sky, and I think there is some northern lights behind the clouds, but I will have to see if the clouds will go away or will there be even more clouds. I hope not, because it has been so cloudy so many nights, but now it looks pretty okay if the clouds won't spoil everything. But now I have to put my cameras up so I don't miss some northern lights. I was just checking the meters and the BC dived very well, so I think there might be some northern lights soon. I got my cameras up also, so now I just wait a bit and let's see if the clouds will go away, and let's see does the northern lights rise to the sky tonight or not. There was a CME that striked in the morning at Finnish time today, and the KP was even 7 in the morning. But of course, in the daytime you cannot see anything from Finland. But now, when the night came, the BC dived that much that I could leave to see if there is some northern lights or not. But you never know, and let's hope for the best. So this is a pretty nice spot. There is quite okay view to the north sky. There are some lights in there. There is some road. It is pretty near in the other side of the lake. But the north is somewhere over there, so it is not directly at north, but still it might be in some pictures if the northern lights will go in there or something. But I didn't know this place before, so it is always a surprise what kind of a place it is. But there are really long views to the other side of the lake, and there are not so long views to the north sky. But if the northern lights will rise high enough, this is a very nice place to see them. There is some light pollution in that direction also. I think there is some city there because the clouds are like so bright. But it is pretty common in southern of Finland because there are cities like every now and then. So you cannot totally avoid the light pollution. But this is pretty okay place still. So I like to see some new spots, and I encourage everyone to go and hunt some good locations to see the lights. There is this small icy parking lot, but in the road there was a sign that it is not like well kept in winter, and there was a sign that said that you can drive here in your own risk. So if your car is damaged or something, so it is your own fault. So this is probably not the best place to come if there is like some snowstorm or anything and you don't have like the best car or something. So this is okay if the weather is good, I think. But if there would be a lot of snow, then there might be a risk that your car is going to get stuck or something like that. So it is always one thing that you can keep in mind, that don't drive in locations that you cannot get out of. There are a couple of these piers here, and it is a boat pier, so there are nice places to take some pictures also. So you will get something else in the pictures than just the lake and the possible northern lights. I always like if there is something else that I can shoot in a location, and I think that makes the photographing creative. So I will always try to do some artistic compositions every now and then if there is some northern light. So I think this is nice for the pictures. Let's hope that there is something else to picture also than not only this pier. Hello, focus on me. Thank you. Thank you, my only friend camera. These benches are really nice here. I like to chill here, but they are, I think, these benches are really nice in here. I like to sit on them, but I think they are frozen, so my pants are like probably getting wet, but still I think this is a nice place, and I think in summer it would be a nice place to go to swimming or just to hang around and look the sceneries here. So I recommend this place, it is nice. I think that building is the place where you can change your swimming suits if you want to go to swimming, but I think it's pretty cold to go to swimming, so maybe I won't go this time, but maybe next time. I put my other camera on the bench because there is so much snow here and this tripod isn't the best, so I think it was easy spot to put the camera on the bench, and let's hope I can get some nice pictures with this camera. There is only half moon right now, so I think it is the best condition in taking pictures of the northern lights because it is not too bright, but it is not too dark either. So maybe if you have like the best cameras that can shoot in very low light situations, maybe then the zero moon would be even better. But for me the half moon is really nice because the scenery isn't like totally dark and still the lights are very visible in the sky. So let's hope that there is something to shoot at the sky tonight. It is not that cold night now. It is like -4 degrees or something. So nothing compared to -12 that was a couple of nights ago. So this is pretty okay. Okay, there are still some clouds in the sky, but the northern lights are getting bigger and I will hope that the clouds will go away eventually, and let's hope that there is a big show tonight and we shall see some amazing northern lights. I have to go and see. Yes, I think they are growing bigger. Yes.
The show lasted for a long time. The predicted KP5 turned out to be KP6, and the lights were visible all around Finland and also in Denmark, for example. It was one of the biggest show of this season.
Yes. Welcome to spot some northern lights with me again. Perfect. Yes, it's amazing northern lights. They are not as bright as they were like a couple of weeks ago, but they are still amazing. Amazing northern lights again. I'm so happy again. Perfect.
There was a short moment when the bottom of the northern lights became very strong and white. It was so beautiful sight to witness, and it kind of felt that I could just reach my hand and touch the lights. It was just this exact moment when I put the self-timer in 10 seconds and went to the pier, and it was nice to just admire the lights as I had to stay still when taking the picture.
Yes, perfect. There was amazing northern lights in the sky, and it is now 2 o'clock and the time went just flying. I ran everywhere to take pictures and my time-lapse camera is in the shore also, and luckily the clouds went away finally and now they came back, but it doesn't matter because I probably should go to home and get some sleep. But it was so nice evening and it was maybe one of the best shows in this season again, and this spring has been very nice after the winter that there was only clouds and every now and then a small northern lights. Now it's like exploding in the sky, so I am very happy. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.
So, once again, amazing northern lights. It is unbelievable to say after many nights that it might have been the best lights in this season. The place was also very nice. There was good different angles to take pictures. The pier and the benches. A small minus of the icy parking lot, the road that isn't well kept during the winter. And the light so near, just on the other side of the lake. But still a very nice spot and some great northern lights.
Whoa! I mean, just whoa. I am out of words. Okay, but I will try to say something. That was just so amazing. But there are still a couple of weeks time to see the lights before it is too bright, and I will definitely try my very best. So, thanks a lot for watching and bye bye.
In the next episode, we are of course trying to spot some northern lights. There is also a weather rocket launch about to happen in Kiruna, North Sweden. And I am trying to spot that from Espoo. And I am trying to go to swimming.
So warm water.
We are also heading towards the end of the northern light season, because the spring is coming and the days are getting longer and longer, and soon the lights cannot be seen anymore until the next fall.